really all we need to know is that Team USA could get as high as #1, but as low as #3. They're going to be taking on a very tired, after an emotional win, Team Sweden. Do you think fatigue will factor into this?
Yeah, I think so. I think that it's something that you have to take advantage of if you're Team USA. You have to at least test that out, right? Make sure that you make Team Sweden early on in that game come to the entire length of the ice. You don't have any turnovers. Don't shorten the game or shorten the ice to allow this team to find instant offense. Make them work for every bit of it. So I think there is advantages there, but you have to execute to make it an advantage, and that's what Team USA is going to have to do.
Because remember, the quarterfinal round suddenly becomes a crossover between Groups A and B, and we know what Team Canada has done with a +26 goal differential so far. They're going to be taking on Team Finland, who's also undefeated in their Group A battle for the #1 seed tomorrow night on NHL Network as well. So we've got drama coming down to the wire here in the preliminary round. This is fun.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we want to see. We want to see it go down to the wire to see who gets the top seed, and top seeds and the seeding in general means a lot in this tournament. And a lot of times, whoever that top seed is, say Canada gets that top seed, you don't want to be that draw that has to have Canada. So you got to try to find that right fit for you. You want to have the best matchup you can moving forward.
Yes, indeed. Let's talk about Trevor Zegras. I mentioned that he's been a man on a mission. Well, just to put that in perspective, he had 9 points last year in the World Juniors. Now through the first 3 games of this tournament, he already has 10. And it's amazing to watch what he's done just in the last 2 games alone with those 9 points. How has he suddenly been able to burst onto the scene like this?
Well, last year was a real... I don't want to say, he kind of burst on the radar. I mean, he was a borderline bubble guy on this roster, 4th line guy to start the tournament, led the tournament last year with 9 assists. What does he do now? He comes in, gets goals. He's got 5 now. He's got, you look at that, that's his career.
Right.
Got the 14 assists, so what, he had 9 to 5, so he got 5 and 5 right now.
He's got 10 points this year,
10 points right now. That's no joke, and he's leading this team. And if you're the Anaheim Ducks brass and fan base, you're loving that, because there's something to be said, is that when you are not expected to do great things and you do it, that's one thing. But when everybody expects you to do it, and there's that pressure, and you're game planned against, and you still execute like Trevor Zegras is doing, that tells me you're the real deal. And that's what I think he's going to be for the Anaheim Ducks someday. The
past 2 games have been total team efforts by Team USA, and specifically in the goaltending tandem department, we've seen 2 straight shutouts by Team USA, 1 from Dustin Wolf, 1 now from Spencer Knight. So who do you go with in goal?
I still think that this is, it's tough. It's certainly tough, because you've got both goaltenders playing great, right? But I still think in the most meaningful times, this is Spencer Knight's team. And that was an advantage that this team had in Team USA over any other teams. They had a goaltender that this is his 3rd year at the World Juniors. And that experience is a lot to deal with the ups and the downs. And he certainly has dealt with the ups and the downs even in this year's tournament. So I still think Spencer Knight is the goaltender. I would probably go with him and play him out in this tournament, but Wolf has been unbelievable. He's been so good as well.
Yeah, a lot on the line with Team USA fighting for that #1 seed. Again, a regulation win against Sweden on New Year's Eve would do the trick and set them up for success going forward into the quarterfinal round. Let's keep an eye on as the World Juniors continues here.